Welcome back to our channel, where we bring classic stories to life. Today, we read diving into the dramatic and heart-wrenching beginning of one of the greatest revenge stories ever told, The Count of Monte Cristo. Imagine this. The year is 1815, and the grand ship, the Pharaon, is sailing into the port of Marseille. At its helm stands our hero, Edmond Dantes. He's only 19, but he's a brilliant sailor full of hope and ambition. This isn't just any homecoming for him, it's the start of a whole new life. On this voyage, tragedy struck when the ship's captain passed away. But Edmond, with incredible skill and courage, took command. He navigated through treacherous storms, managed the cargo, and brought the Pharaon safely back to port. His crew, who once doubted his youth, now look at him with a deep sense of respect. He's not just a first mate anymore, he's a leader. As the ship docks, a crowd gathers. And in that crowd are the two people who mean the world to Edmond, his aging father and the beautiful Mercedes, his fiancée. His heart pounds with excitement. He can't wait to share his news. As soon as the gangplank is down, Edmond rushes to embrace them. "I'm safe," he tells a relieved Mercedes, "and I have incredible news. The owner, Monsieur Morel, is going to make me the new captain of the Pharaon." Imagine that, a captain at just 19. His father, overcome with emotion, holds him tight, tears of pride in his eyes. Mercedes, though modest, is overjoyed. Being a captain's wife meant a life of security, honor, and happiness. Their future looked as bright and limitless as the sea itself. Soon after, the ship's owner, the kind Monsieur Morel, arrives and confirms the promotion in front of everyone. The crowd erupts in cheers, celebrating Edmond's incredible fortune. But in every story of great light, there are shadows. Hidden in the celebrating crowd are two men whose hearts are filled not with joy, but with bitter jealousy. The first is Fernand Mondego, a fisherman who is also desperately in love with Mercedes. Seeing her promise to the successful Edmond fills him with a burning rage. The second man is Danglars, the ship's purser. He's older than Edmond and feels humiliated that this young man was promoted over him. The thought of serving under Captain Dantes is an insult he cannot bear. As Edmond walks away with his family, unaware of the envy trailing him, Danglars mutters to himself, "Captain Dantes. We shall see how long that lasts." Later, Edmond discovers a painful truth. His dear father, in an act of pure loyalty, had used all his savings to pay off a debt Edmond owed, leaving himself nearly penniless and starving. Heartbroken, Edmond gives his father all the money he has earned, promising that from now on, his father will never have to worry about anything again. That evening, as Edmond and Mercedes walk along the shore, they plan their wedding and dream of their future. The sea breeze is gentle, the horizon is beautiful, and their happiness feels absolute. "I wish this could last forever," Mercedes whispers. Confident and in love, Edmond replies, "It will. Nothing can take it from us." Oh, if only he knew how wrong he was. While Edmond and Mercedes dream of their perfect future, the seeds of betrayal are being sown in a dark, smoky tavern. Danglars and Fernand meet, their conversation dripping with malice. Edmond has everything. Fernand spits out, "Mercedes, the captaincy, success." "While I have nothing," Danglars, stroking his own bruised ego, agrees. He then proposes a wicked, devastating plan. What if they could make Edmond look like a traitor to the king? France at this time is politically unstable, with Napoleon exiled but still having loyal supporters. An accusation of treason, even a false one, could ruin a man completely. A cruel light appears in Fernandez's eyes. If he's arrested, he realizes Mercedes will be free. She could be mine. That's all the motivation he needs. So, that very night, Danglars carefully writes an anonymous letter. The letter falsely accuses Edmond Dantes of being a Bonapartist agent carrying a secret message from Napoleon's followers. It's a complete fabrication, but in this climate of fear and suspicion, it's as good as a death sentence. Fernand takes the letter and secretly delivers it to the public prosecutor. With this single, cowardly act of betrayal, Edmund's bright future is poisoned beyond repair. His fate is sealed, and he has no idea what's coming. The very next day is supposed to be the happiest of Edmund's life, his betrothal feast. Friends and family gather to celebrate his engagement to Mercedes. The room is filled with music, laughter, and joy. Mercedes, in a simple white dress, is radiant. Edmund, surrounded by his loved ones, feels like the luckiest man alive. He raises his glass to toast their future, and everyone cheers. It's a perfect, beautiful moment. But just as the celebration reaches its peak, the door swings open. A government official steps in, his face grim and his voice cold. Edmund Dantes. He calls out. A confused Edmund replies, "Yes." The officer's next words shatter the joyous atmosphere into a million pieces. "You are under arrest." The room falls into a deafening silence. Mercedes gasps in horror, his father trembles, and Edmund stands frozen, utterly bewildered. He knows he's innocent, that he's done nothing wrong. But his pleas are useless. Strong hands grab him, and he's dragged away from his fiancée, his family, and his life. The party turns into a scene of chaos and sorrow. There must be a mistake. He's innocent. Mercedes cries, her voice lost in the confusion, but there is no mistake. The trap, so carefully set by Danglars and Fernand, has snapped shut. Edmund Dantes, the young, proud captain with a world of promise ahead of him, is now a prisoner, his future stolen, and his life plunged into an abyss of darkness. And this, my friends, is only the beginning. What a devastating turn of events! A life full of promise, destroyed by jealousy and betrayal in a matter of hours. It really makes you think about how quickly fortunes can change. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into a literary classic. If you were captivated by Edmund's story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world's greatest literature. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this tragic beginning in the comments below. Until next time, keep reading.